Have you ever wondered, what is time? Is it real, or just an illusion? We exist in a world where time is a fundamental part of our lives. It governs everything we do, from the moment we wake up to the instant we drift to sleep. Yet, despite its omnipresence, time remains one of life's most enigmatic concepts. It's like a phantom, always there yet intangible, elusive, and mysterious. Throughout history, many have tried to define time. Philosophers, scientists, thinkers, and theorists alike have grappled with this elusive concept, attempting to pin it down, to understand it. Aristotle described time as the number of changes with respect to before and after. Newton saw time as an absolute entity that ticks away, unaffected by the happenings of the universe. Einstein, however, challenged this view with his theory of relativity, proposing that time is not absolute but relative, dependent on the observer's speed and gravitational field. Yet, for all these explanations, time continues to evade a clear definition. It's like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. Just when you think you've got it, it slips through your fingers. One of the most intriguing aspects of time is its perceived flow. We all feel it, don't we? The relentless march from the past, through the present, and into the future. It's a one-way street, a river that flows in one direction. But what if I told you that this flow might not exist at all? Physicists argue that there's no physical basis for the flow of time. According to them, the past, present, and future all exist simultaneously, and the flow of time is merely a construct of the human mind. So, is time an illusion, or is there more to it than meets the eye? As we delve further into this enigma, keep an open mind. Remember, the nature of time is a riddle that even the greatest minds have struggled to solve. It's a journey into the unknown, a trip down the rabbit hole of reality. So buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride. Consider this, if time is an illusion, how come we all experience it so vividly? Welcome back, fellow seekers of truth. As we continue to unravel the illusion of time, we stumble upon two theories that challenge our conventional understanding of time: presentism and eternalism. Let's dive into presentism first. Imagine a world where only the present exists, the past is gone, the future yet to come. This is the crux of presentism. It proposes that everything we experience is a series of nows. The past, according to this theory, is merely a collection of memories stored in our brain, and the future, nothing more than projections of possibility. A daunting idea, isn't it? That each moment is fleeting, ephemeral, and gone the instant it arrives. Now let's shift gears to eternalism. Picture a frozen river where every droplet, every ripple, every wave exists simultaneously. That's the essence of eternalism. This theory suggests that past, present, and future are all equally real and exist concurrently. In this view, time is a landscape we traverse, with every moment always there, waiting to be experienced. Our lives, then, are like paths carved through this timeless landscape, experiencing each moment in sequence. But how can both theories coexist? How can only the present exist while the past and future also exist simultaneously? This is where the beauty of theoretical physics comes in. It allows for different models of time to coexist, each offering a unique perspective on the enigma that is time. As we delve deeper into the illusion of time, we find ourselves questioning our very perception of reality. Could it be that we are living in a continuous illusion, bound by the constraints of our own consciousness? The theories of presentism and eternalism challenge our perception of time, suggesting we might be living in a continuous illusion. They invite us to question, to explore, and to understand the world in ways we never thought possible. Now let's dive into the scientific realm. What does science say about time? Imagine a river, flowing steadily and predictably. That's how we traditionally perceive time. But science, particularly physics, paints a different picture. In the world of physics, time is not a universal constant, it's relative, it's flexible, let's say it's a bit weird. Enter Albert Einstein, the man who revolutionized our understanding of time. His theory of relativity, penned over a century ago, shattered the idea of a universal fixed time. Instead, he proposed that time can be stretched, squashed, and even paused, depending on how fast you're moving or how strong the gravity is around you. Confused? Let's break it down. According to Einstein, the faster you move, the slower time seems to pass for you compared to someone who is stationary. This is known as time dilation. An astronaut traveling at near light speed would age slower than their twin left behind on Earth. Yes, you heard it right, it's not science fiction, it's science fact, but that's not all. Einstein also showed that gravity can warp time. This means time runs slower the closer you are to a massive object. So technically your head ages faster than your feet, unless you spend a lot of time upside down, of course. It's mind-boggling, isn't it? But these aren't just theoretical musings, they've been proven in numerous experiments. For instance, atomic clocks flown in airplanes or placed on mountains tick at a slightly different rate than those at sea level. So, what does this all mean? It means that our everyday perception of time, as a constant, unchanging flow, is an illusion. It's a construct of our minds, shaped by our experiences and the world around us. Science thus paints a picture of time that's far from the simple ticking of a clock. It's a fluid, shape-shifting entity, intricately woven into the fabric of our universe. It's both tangible and intangible, something we can measure and yet something that defies our attempts to pin it down. Such is the enigma of time, a riddle that continues to captivate and confound us. So if time is an illusion, why do we perceive it as real? Could it be linked to our consciousness? In the grand tapestry of existence, human consciousness appears as a peculiar thread. It's our consciousness that allows us to perceive the world around us, and interestingly, it plays a central role in how we perceive time. But how exactly does this happen? For starters, let's look at how we perceive time at the fundamental level. Imagine a moment, a simple, standalone moment. It's devoid of a past and a future. It simply exists. Now consider a series of these moments. They are not inherently linked or ordered. Yet our brains weave them together, creating a sense of continuity, a sense of time flowing from past to present to future. Our consciousness acts like a grand illusionist, stitching together discrete moments into a coherent narrative. It's a bit like watching a film. Each frame is a separate image, but when they are played back to back at high speed, we perceive a smooth, continuous story. That's the magic of our consciousness at work. Now you might be wondering, why does our brain do this? Well, some researchers suggest that it's a survival mechanism. By constructing a sense of time, our brains can predict future events, plan actions, and learn from past experiences. In other words, it's a cognitive illusion that has evolutionary advantages. Interestingly, this theory is supported by studies showing that our perception of time can be manipulated. For instance, in high-stress situations, time seems to slow down. This is because our brain goes into overdrive, processing information at an accelerated rate, which in turn makes time seem to stretch. So while time as we perceive it might not exist in the physical world, it's very much a reality in our minds. It's a construct of our consciousness, a tool our brains use to make sense of the world. It seems our brains might be the architects of the time illusion. The ticking clock, the changing seasons, our advancing age, all markers of a phenomenon we've come to accept but barely understand. We pondered upon the theories suggesting time as an illusion, a construct of the human mind. This idea, as perplexing as it is, has been entertained by philosophers and physicists alike, challenging our conventional understanding of the world. From the constant speed of light to the warping of space-time, the scientific understanding of time has proven to be anything but straightforward. Einstein's theory of relativity shattered the simplistic notion of time as a universal constant, introducing us to a world where time can slow down or speed up depending on how fast you're moving or how much gravity you're experiencing. We contemplated how our perception of time can be influenced by our mental states, and how time seems to stretch or shrink depending on our level of attention or the intensity of our experiences. This interplay between time and consciousness adds another layer of complexity to our understanding of this mysterious phenomenon. While we may not have definite answers, we've certainly opened up a world of questions about the nature of time. It seems time as we know it might be the biggest conspiracy of all.